I grew up in Eastern North Carolina, and I've lived in North Carolina, various parts of the state. Most of my life, except for a short stay in the U.S. Navy, I traveled around the world. But other than that, I attended 2 universities in North Carolina, public schools in North Carolina. The businesses that I'm involved with started as one business, and it started as a small retail store on Middle Street, about 1,300 square foot retail store, and it just kept expanding and expanding. And our retail store has grown from 1,000 square feet to about 4,000 square feet. And then recently we put in a small North Carolina craft beer and wine bar, which has added a whole new element to the retail store. Well, it all started as a business in the downtown area. I was very involved from day one, very involved with the Downtown Business Council, and then that led to a seat on the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce. And so I've been doing that for a long time. I don't even know how many years, probably 8 or 9 years. And maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I took over the chair of the Downtown Business Council. And then maybe 5 years ago, I got involved with Swiss Bear. I knew at the time that most towns would be closely associated and work with an economic development corporation. And obviously, I knew that that's what Swiss Bear did. Other than that, I really just kind of thought they put in beautiful lampposts and they would figure out how to widen the sidewalks and put in brick sidewalks and beautify the town. That's how I saw Swiss Bear, but really they're involved in so much more. Of course, MumFest is really the primary fundraiser to support Swiss Bear, so it's very, very important that festival is successful. But with Florence, that was about a month prior to the Mum Festival. So there was some controversy about scheduling and pushing through with the festival, but I was all for it. I think most of the board was in favor of pushing through because it was, first of all, it made us clean up really, really quickly because we knew the festival was coming. We knew it would be a slightly scaled back festival, which it was, but it was really successful. And what was really interesting, it's one of the few times that almost every downtown business came out on the street with a booth and represented their business. So it was really nice to have a festival where it was so much local business out on the street. And to this day, it was, as a business, it was our most successful festival. And we had lots of volunteers. And we had a lot of volunteers from out of the state and from out of the community that came in and helped. But we had a lot of volunteers that just helped, neighbors helping neighbors and business neighbors helping other businesses. So, it brought a volunteer network out of the woodworks that I didn't even quite realize was available. Honestly, the volunteer work that I do is really part of my community. And it's not only just part of my volunteer community, it's part of my social community. It's my social structure. And my friends volunteer, my neighbors volunteer. It's just a part of being a New Bern citizen. New Bern is really a special place. And I would say one of the biggest reasons is most people who live in New Bern, they live here because they choose to live here. Because they choose to live here, they really, really invest in the community through efforts of volunteerism, but other ways. They're just emotionally invested. So they shop in New Bern, they dine in New Bern. New Bern is where they find their entertainment. I like to take a lot of vacations, but it's funny when I do take a vacation, and I enjoy it. I enjoy my time away, but I'm always really, really looking forward to coming back to New Bern.